Two songs of Richard Strauss, Einerlei, and before that, Befreit. Both sung for you by CAMELLIA JOHNSON, NEAL GOREN at the piano, performing live for you on WNYC's Around New York. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And congratulations to you. You just won yourself a big prize, didn't you?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. The 1993 Young Concert Artists International Auditions. When were they?
They were in, they were first set, I think, were in, September, and then again in December, and then again, I think, January.
Yeah. And what's interesting is that you had quite a career, and still do, going for yourself, even though you're young.
Yes.
You've got quite a career going for yourself at the Metropolitan and all around the country. You're singing with major orchestras around the country. And at the Metropolitan, as I said, which is no mean feat. I mean, that's the great opera company in America. So why would you join in a contest for the Young Concerts International Auditions?
Well, I had not done a lot of recital music, and when I did do it, when I left college, and I did my recital, and that was the end of it. And I thought that recital music is so intimate, and you get to really interact with the audience, with the music, with the text, and it's just, I thought I needed that. You know, I think all singers need to have that kind of personable touch to their singing.
Recitals are very special, aren't they?
They are that.
Because it's simply the essence of the music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you get to convey that much more than you would on a big operatic stage. You know, you get to really interact with the music and the people around you and the emotions and the stories and all of that, which is...
Now, you're going to do, because you've won this, you're going to do your New York recital debut.
Exactly.
On, let me find the date here, March 29th, which is next Tuesday.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's going to be at the 92nd Street Y.
Mm-hmm.
And will you then do more recitals? Will you include recitals in your scheduling?
Yes, well, the Young Concert Artists, they have their own recital kind of, you sing recitals all around the country.
Oh,
that's
wonderful.
A part of their program. I mean, that's a part of the big prize.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to hone your recital skills because you sing recitals in many, many places all around the United States, and I'm sure in Europe as well.
What do you think the state of health of the recital is now in America? Well,
for a while it was not very good. But I think now it's beginning to be better. I mean, most opera singers usually they say you have to be a great opera singer before you can have a recital career, but that's not always true now, because there are a lot of recital singers, and they can make a really good living at it, and it's a viable profession.
It's such an enviable profession because it's just extraordinary control, beautiful tone, and it's a very large voice. Now, you're a soprano. Do you call yourself a dramatic soprano?
No.
Just a soprano?
Soprano. Yeah. Well, you see, I was a mezzo for the past all my life.
Oh, I see.
So I became a soprano in the last, say, good 2 years.
Oh, voice is going up instead of down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is a plus for me at this point.
Yeah.
And so we'll see.
And what about your childhood? You were born in Delaware, weren't you?
Wilmington, Delaware.
Wilmington, Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
And how long did you live there?
A minute.
A minute.
I see. Just about that. About a minute.
And where did you go?
I went straight to a small town south of Jacksonville, which is called Palatka, Florida, which is a Seminole Indian name. And that's where I was raised, there in that small town with my mother and father.
Yeah. And you went to school down there?
Went to school. I went to Bethune-Cookman College.
Yeah.
In Daytona Beach. Well, it's a black college founded by Mary McLeod Bethune.
Yeah.
And I went there for 4 years, sang in the college choir.
Were you a music major, a voice major?
A voice major.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, must have gotten some good training there because you were a wonderful singer. And then you came to New York for your master's?
Came to New York for my master's and went to Manhattan School of Music and started to study with Betty Allen.
Oh, and Betty was teaching there?
Yeah. Oh, yes, she still is. Well,
Oh,
she's
is she
still in
good? Yeah.
faculty.
Well, she comes in
Yeah.
once in a while.
Oh, does she?
Well, we'll have to talk a little bit more about Betty Allen and about some other things too, and maybe we'll chat with your accompanist Neil Goren, who has an interesting career too. Perhaps you'd sing something for me here.
Sure.
Something else. Now, these are interesting songs. I just had Harlem Blackwell in here like last week or so, and she sang that cycle of songs of his, and I've forgotten the name again. Genius Child.
Genius Child.
These are not from Genius Child. These are different.
These are different.
Yeah. What are these?
The first one,
Harlem Night Song?
Harlem Night Song.
Yeah.
That's the text is by Langston Hughes.
Yeah. He
And
likes
this-
Langston, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
And the second one?
And the second one is Will There Really Be a Morning?
Is that a Langston
Emily
Hughes?
Dickinson.
Oh, Emily Dickinson.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Ricky Ian Gordon. Well, we're hearing his name a lot these days.
Yeah, as well you should.
How did you come across these?
Well, Ricky is a friend of Neil's,
Oh.
and that's how we met. He invited me over to his apartment one day, and he had like books and books of music, and he's like, "Oh, well, let's sing through this. Let's sing through this." And it was like we were there for at least an hour or so.
How
singing
exciting.
through. And we chose some songs from his collection, and then he's written some pieces especially for this recital.
Oh, he has.
So
Oh, my goodness.
he's a good friend. He's become a very good friend.
Well, here they are then. Here is
Sure.
Harlem Night Song and Will There Really Be a Morning? Harlem Night Song has words by Langston Hughes, and Will There Really Be a Morning is Emily Dickinson's poem. Ricky Ian Gordon, his songs played at the piano by Neal Goren and sung for you by Camellia Johnson, live on WNYC's Around New York.
Let us roam the night together, singing, I love you. Come, let us roam the night together, singing, I love you. Across the Harlem rooftops, moon is shining, night sky is blue. Stars are great drops of golden dew. Down the street, a band is playing. I love you. Come, let us roam the night together, singing, I love you. Come, let us roam the night together, singing, singing.
Will there really be a morning? The words of Emily Dickinson, and before that, Harlem Night Song, words of Langston Hughes, both written by Ricky Ian Gordon and sung for you by Camellia Johnson, Neal Goren at the piano. I'm very touched by those. Thank you for singing those and introducing me to those.
Certainly. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Beautiful. They're wonderful. They're just the first one is just so neat. It just moves so. And the Dickinson is Emily Dickinson, right?
Yes.
It's so touching. Well, the poem is so powerful, but the setting is so beautiful. And you, Neal, are a friend of. I mean, you introduced Camellia to Ricky Ian Gordon.
Right.
You're both friends of his now, I guess.
At this point, I think I've played, I was trying to count the other day, almost 40 of Ricky's songs. He's very prolific, and I love his music.
Yeah. And you're going to sing some written for your recital debut,
Yes.
Camellia. And what are they? Oh,
Well-
I got a list here. Maybe you can. I thought I did. I got so much stuff in front of me. Here we are. Kid in the Park is from.
That's from
Genius Child.
Genius Child.
Will there really be one? Port Town.
Port Town. That was written. That was one of them. And the Harlem Night Song.
Oh, that is too.
Yes, that is too.
Wow. How exciting to have something written for you for your
Yes.
recital debut. Not everybody comes to town that way. You know. Of course, you've been here a while.
Just a while.
You'll hear after he met Camellia and he got to know her, he wrote her the sauciest songs in the program.
Oh, I see.
I don't know what that means.
Did you sing in church? Were you a church singer? Is that how you started singing when you were a kid?
Well, yes. I just always sang, even at home.
You did?
At church, everywhere. My mother always encouraged me to sing.
Yeah.
And
Was your mother a singer?
no, she wasn't a singer at all.
Father?
But she always But she just always felt like I was going to be musical, and I had a piano at a very early age,
Yeah.
and I took piano lessons at 6 years old, and then to start taking voice lessons at around 15, 16.
Was your voice always big?
Yeah, and when I was younger, it was very heavy. It sounded the way I speak. My voice is very heavy and very, and that's how I sang.
Mezzo.
Yeah, deep mezzo.
I see. Yeah.
Contralto, really, if you will. But and as I went along, I just sang everything.
Yeah.
Since I'm from a very small town, I'm from a very small church, and I played the piano at the church, and I always sang the special music for the services, so
Yeah.
I always got the chance to sing.
And when you came to New York, you studied, you said, with Betty Allen at
Manhattan
yeah. And she's been something of a mentor for you.
Oh,
hasn't she?
yes.
Yeah.
Mentor, mother.
Oh,
nurse.
yeah?
Yes.
That's how Camellia and I got to know each other. I
was gonna ask.
That's right.
I was working at the Harlem School for the Arts then.
Right, you taught there.
And yes, I was teaching there, and so that was through Betty, and that's where I got to know Camellia and a number of other really fine singers.
And as a matter of fact, Young Concert Artists is presenting an annual gala benefit evening with John Browning, as a matter of fact, when the guest of honor is going to be Betty Allen.
Betty Allen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah, she's the singer and president of the Harlem School of the Arts. And, yeah, that'll be on May 18th, Wednesday, May 18th for that, yeah. So, how did you meet Susan Wadsworth? Did she get you into the Young Concert Artists auditions?
Yes. Actually, I met her husband first, Charles Wadsworth.
Who was the head of the...
I was at the Ravinia, the Staines Institute at Ravinia. It's for opera singers who are interested in singing recital music.
Oh.
And that's how I was there. I was there in that program. I was at the onset of that program. We were the first ones. I was like their guinea pigs.
Really? When was this?
2 summers ago. 2 summers ago.
What a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a summer coaching
Exactly.
thing? Or?
Well, it's for singers. I shouldn't just say opera singers, but for all singers who are interested in honing in their recital music skills.
What a great
And
idea.
it's like a month long, I think. And we all go to Ravinia, and we're in that atmosphere, which is so great.
Yeah.
And we attend classes, and we sing every day, and We have wonderful coaches. We had Riri Grist and Ernst Tefliger and all these people who come and work with the singers, and we get language coachings and all that, and we perform.
And Charles was there? Charles Wadsworth?
Was there.
Yeah.
And he introduced me to Miss Wadsworth.
Yeah. So, and did she encourage you to apply for the...
Yeah, she did encourage me.
And she did, as a matter of fact, get you in it. Well, Young Concert Artist has done a lot to launch recital careers for other people, too. I was just looking at some names here that were given to me today. William Sharp was started. Don Upshaw. I had forgot that Don was a Young Concert Artist winner. Now, didn't you two sing at the White House?
Camellia and I, yes.
Yeah, Neal Goren and Camellia Johnson. What was that? That was just was that last year?
No, it was in September.
September.
Was it September?
Yeah.
Oh.
What was the
The end
occasion?
of September. The president was giving medals of honor to various people, to Robert Rauschenberg, to Billy Wilder, and people like that. And so we were the entertainment.
Were you? Was he there, President Clinton?
Oh yeah,
He was.
yes.
Oh,
absolutely.
fabulous.
Of course.
Everyone was
Yeah.
there. Everyone was all decked
Everybody,
out.
yeah. How great.
Everyone. Leontine Price was even in
was
the
she?
audience.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
There were all sorts of celebrities. Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. What's the singer? Well, there were just so many fabulous people.
And I just wanted to mention that, Neal, you've worked with lots of singers, haven't you? You worked with Thomas Hampson.
Yeah, I've played a number of concerts for Thomas and Kathleen Battle and for Harlan Blackwell, lots of various people.
Yeah, a number of those folks have been here. Well, I'm glad you're both here, and you've got a little encore to do, huh? A spiritual? This comes right out of the little church?
Yes. Not quite.
I see.
But sort of like that, yes.
Yeah, an arrangement by Jaqueline Harris of This Little Light of Mine.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, here it is then. They're going to perform for you live on WNYC's Around New York. Camellia Johnson, and at the piano is Neal Goren.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little
Beautiful. This Little Light of Mine, an arrangement by Jaqueline Harris, sung for you by Camellia Johnson, and Neal Goren at the piano singing live for you on WNYC's Around New York. Very beautiful. Could singing really be as easy as you make it seem?
No, absolutely not.
Really? You make it look so easy. You're working hard?
I'm working hard.
Really?
Very, very
And
hard.
I'm watching you. And you know, it doesn't look hard. You're one of those singers that everybody goes home and says, I can do that. And then
Great.
when you try, of course.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, I've studied a long
You
time.
sure make it look easy.
Oh, thanks.
Well, let's tell folks a few things about what you're doing. Let's start with some Met things. What have you been doing at the Met lately? Did you just do?
Just do the High Priestess and the Aida.
That's a great production. We were talking about that before.
fabulous.
It is fabulous. If people haven't seen that production, it's just tremendous. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And what else are you going to do? Anything more at the Met this year?
Not this year, no.
Yeah.
I go on to do a stint at Opera Pacific. I do an Aida at Opera Pacific.
Where is that?
That is in Orange County.
Oh, down in
California.
just below LA. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
And she's doing the title role.
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
Yes, I'm doing Aida.
Oh, about that. Yeah.
Yes. And I think I'm at the Met Museum later on this year.
Right.
And more concerts, that kind of thing.
Well, you
with
keep us posted about those. Now, here's the one we want to tell folks about. Camellia Johnson has won the 1993 Young Concert Artist International auditions, and so that means you make your New York recital debut on March 29th. It's Tuesday evening. Where's my thing? Tuesday evening, March 29th, 8 p.m., right?
Yes.
And it's at the 92nd Street Y. Mm-hmm. And there's a phone number here for folks. 307-6655 for ticket information or tickets. 307-6655, 212 area code. And congratulations
Well, thank
for
you.
all of that. And Neal, what are you up to these days? You conduct too, don't you?
Yes, just last week I conducted, or 2 weeks ago I believe it was, I